Hello, and welcome to Best in the Biz, the pod talking business at CNA. This episode, I'm joined by CNA alumni Denise Goodyear, owner of Intuitive Media, and Alicia Barrett, owner of A2Z Photography. Through their work in marketing and photography, Denise and Alicia put their client first by making their services more accessible. Whether that means leveling the playing field for small and medium-sized businesses, or letting customers order and print photos right in studio. All right. Well, thank you very much for coming on the podcast today.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, of course. So please introduce yourself and a little bit, tell us a little bit about what you do.
Sure. My name is Denise Goodyear, and I'm the owner of Intuitive Media. And Intuitive Media is a marketing company that basically came from a situation of large-scale agency not really fitting the bill for me anymore, feeling like the model wasn't really working for small to medium-sized businesses and startups. So I wanted to even the playing field and make sure that everyone in business and all entrepreneurs had equal opportunity to basically get the same level of marketing expertise.
Very good.
So I let go of the big building and the large staff and started working independently and consulting around marketing and basically working with other business owners then to complement my services with design, web, all the other elements of marketing that are needed. So it was a way to bring the costs down, level the playing field. So it's worked out well.
Yeah, that's great. It seems like you certainly fit a niche.
Absolutely.
Right? Filled
Absolutely.
that gap. Very good. So we are at the 2024 NLOWE conference. How do you find it so far?
Fantastic. I've been a member for a long time and actually just finished 6 years on the board of directors with NLOWE recently. So it's nice to actually just be a member participating on a regular membership level. The buzz is fantastic. The networking's fantastic. So are the speakers.
Yeah, so many great connections being made here.
Fabulous conference so far.
It really is. It really is. And also, before we jumped on, we learned you're CNA alumni.
I am indeed. I'm a graduate of the Business Management Marketing program. Dare I say the date of 2001 as a grad. But since that time, and when I had my larger agency, I hired a lot of CNA grads and still helped them with some of the marketing and accounting related, job placements, things like that by way of contacts. Stayed tight with the college over the years. They've been a great support, and I had a fantastic experience there. Wouldn't change the education I got there for the world.
Yeah, it's great to hear.
Yeah, it was fabulous.
Yeah, it's great to hear you're still connected with them.
I am
still with all the work terms and things like that.
Absolutely.
That's such a big thing for our students. Work integrated learning is on the rise here in Newfoundland, that's something we're trying to keep up with. So
I participated in a few focus groups with them as well over the years, being in marketing and marketing agency work to really help them bridge the gap between industry and education.
That's fantastic.
So, I mean, it's a work in progress. It always will be, I suspect. Definitely. But making sure industry involvement is at the table, with curriculum developers is key to ensuring that, we're creating or we're cultivating employable people with the skills that local businesses need to hire for.
Most definitely.
Absolutely.
Definitely. So one of the last things, what advice would you have for an aspiring entrepreneur?
What advice would I have? Well, one of the best pieces of advice I think I ever got was to do what you love, do what you're best at, and pay someone else to do the rest. So that's not always possible, especially as a budding entrepreneur, a young entrepreneur. You tend to wear a lot of hats.
Definitely.
But as soon as you have the ability to, even if it's through barter or helping each other, wherever you can pull in the appropriate expertise for the things that you're not an expert at yourself is absolutely critical. So initially, networks like NLOWE and other networks that we can be a part of, I'm a firm believer in really leaning in and relying on your network. Because if you're a part of a membership organization or an industry group, there's going to always be someone else in that room that has an answer to help you solve the problem you're having.
Definitely.
So in my experience, support networks in business are everything, and NLOWE certainly a strong one in that category for sure.
Yeah, that's great. And last question here. Where can listeners find a bit more about your business?
Sure. Well, my website is intuitivemedia.ca, and I'm also Denise Goodyear on LinkedIn. Pretty easy to find. I'm pretty much involved with most of the local business networks in the city. But thanks for having me. It was a pleasure to be here, and I'd certainly love to hear from your listeners if they have any questions around marketing.
Yeah, sounds good. Really appreciate having you on here.
No problem. Thanks, Ian.
Thank you very much. All right. Hello and welcome.
Thank you. Hello.
Yeah, so to start off, can you introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about your business?
Sure. I'm Alicia Barrett, and I own A2Z Photography in Clarenville. I've been in business. This is my 10th year.
Right on.
I specialize in newborn and maternity photography. I'm the only accredited photographer on the island, and I hold accreditation with the Professional Photographers of Canada, as well as the Accredited Professional Photographers International for newborn photography as well.
Wow.
And I also just recently opened a print ordering service within the studio as well, where clients can order, or general public can order photographic prints and print them right up at the studio.
Right on.
And I've also partnered with a lab that allows them to order canvas prints, photo books, acrylic prints, etc.
Very cool.
that they can also order as well.
Seems like you're busy as well.
Yes.
Tons on to go. Seems like you're doing a bit of expansion
Yes.
into a couple new fields and building some new partnerships, which is great.
Yes. Wonderful.
Yeah, that's awesome. So we are here at the 2024 NLOWE conference. So how have you been finding it so far? What kind of workshops have you been taking in? And what are you looking forward to?
It's been wonderful. This is my first time doing the NLOWE conference.
Okay.
And I've loved the networking with all the other entrepreneurs here.
Yep.
And my favorite workshop was probably Olivia's with the social media and implementing AI.
Yeah.
It's to streamline things. It's really, really beneficial to all businesses, I think.
Definitely. And it's such a hot topic these days, AI.
Definitely.
Right. And I mean, especially in the photography business and
Yes.
that world, I
Yeah.
mean, I can only imagine how AI is going to be extremely beneficial for you folks.
Extremely, yeah.
Yeah. Very
Yeah.
cool. Very cool. So we do talk about, advice and advice to give to aspiring entrepreneurs. Do you have any to offer to someone, even someone starting up in the photography world?
My advice in general for any entrepreneur is if you have an idea and you want to do it, you only live once. So you might as well jump on the bandwagon and
Yep.
just do it.
Have at her.
And put the work and effort into it that is required, because there's nothing easy about owning or running a business in general.
Yeah.
But it works out and it's worth it in the end to definitely put your all into it and just do it.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
Yeah.
That's really good. And like you said, it's making that kind of leap of faith almost, at the beginning.
Definitely.
Just
Yes,
jump in
you
full
just
force.
gotta jump
and
in.
You're starting from
go.
day one and it's not stopping.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah, that's awesome. So how can our listeners get in touch with you? Can you share your socials?
Sure. You can find me on my website that's connected to all my social media.
Perfect.
And it's www.imagesbya2z.ca.
Fantastic. Well, thank you much for joining us, and
Thank you.
hopefully have a good rest of the conference.
Thanks. You too.
Awesome. Thank you. So what Denise said, as soon as you're able, focus on what you excel at and let someone else do the rest. Networks like NLOWE are absolutely crucial, especially early on when you may not have the resources to hire paid help. When you join a membership organization or industry group, you'll never have to go far to find someone with a solution you're looking for. Denise also mentions how taking on student work terms helped her business grow. If you're interested in a CNA student placement, give us a shout. What Alicia said, accreditation in your field can set you apart. For Alicia, her accreditations with Professional Photographers of Canada and Accredited Professional Newborn Photographers International are major selling points. Ask yourself, what might give my business a leg up? CNA students, alumni, faculty, and staff can stay up to date on all things entrepreneurship with CNA's Entrepreneurship Hub. Check us out at cna.nl.ca/entrepreneurship. Thanks for listening.